Okay, so welcome to my top 30 now. And today we're going to numbers 30 to 21. And let's start. And the first one is Pandemic the Cure. I just really enjoy this, and this has actually surpassed the normal Pandemic for me, I guess. They are not the same game, and I'm not saying I will never play Pandemic again, but this is just the same feeling, but with great dice and minimal setup time. That's the biggest plus, I guess. You can just unbox it and play it in a few minutes. You are playing the game already. I just hate the Pandemic setup, especially after the expansions and stuff like that, and you have to make these decks and stuff, shuffle them and shuffle that and shuffle that and divide things, and yeah, it's not awful, but I just don't like it. So Pandemic the Cure is like the quick Pandemic fix. Great co-op also. Okay, and then we're on to quite a legend, I guess, which again this year, after my last year's New Year's resolution, actually got to play now and remembered just how much I like the game. And that's Modern Art by Rainer Knizia. There are various different versions. This is a Finnish version, so the art is like this here. But the game itself is just brilliant. I like many auction games, but this is there's just something so satisfying once you understand what's going on. The game and the basic things are just pretty easy, and yeah, you're just throwing your the number you want to bid and stuff like that. But once you start thinking about it, you can think that if I play this art piece for sale now, it actually either helps me and gets me more money because it's a valuable painting, or do you want to play it because you want that to get higher, or do you want to end the game now, or do you want to just get it out there and you know that you can probably surpass it, so you're just trying to get money and not give anything to others. And there are the different auction mechanics which are in the game are just brilliantly fun, and all of them offer different strategic depth, and I know many wouldn't think any depth or anything here, and just it's a weird and boring auction game, but it is not, at least for me. It's just a brilliant design, and I highly recommend you give it another shot if you dismissed it earlier. And the weird part is that we actually played it in Rome with my friend and my girlfriend as a 3-player game, and even that was great. I was like, yeah, well, we can try 3-player, but I guess it's not its best because it's an auction game. But no, it was brilliant still. So Modern Art, go get it. I really like it. So then we're on to number 28, Lewis and Clark, The Expedition. And I've talked about this in some video, I think, and from the solo video like this, I guess, and this works both ways. The solo is great. It's great to challenge to try new things and just play the game, but the multiplayer, 2 maybe 3 players, no more, is a different kind of beast where you can really leech off your friends' actions and stuff like that. There are analysis paralysis problems, and there could be a runaway leader problem. I'm not saying those are valid concerns for this game, but I just really enjoy the game a lot. And again, historic feeling is a plus for me. Then we're on to the only felt on my list, I think. Yeah, there could be others because I really started to like many of his designs, but the one I like the most is Castles of Burgundy, or Die Burgund von Burgund, and by Stefan Feld. And this looks ugly as shit, and once you open it, it gets actually worse than the cover, but once you play the game, you just almost forget all of that, because there's just so interesting decisions and so many of them, and you can do different type of things and try to concentrate on other things, and it's just brilliant again, and especially as a two-player game. I think this is a two-player game. I played a four-player game and it was okay, there was no problem there, but the two-player game is quick, fast, and just great. The four-player game gets longer, of course, and then I guess the game loses a tiny bit of its charm, because then it's not so heavy due to in comparison to its playtime. But highly recommend Castles of Burgundy. And then we're on to number 26. Okay, this is another heavy box. That's Android Netrunner. If you asked me last year, this would have probably been in the top 5 or so, but I had to include it because I really love the game, and it's a brilliant game, don't get me wrong, but I've just grown kind of wary of it. Not because it gets boring or anything, but I think it's turning into this Magic the Gathering vibe feeling, especially on the tournament levels and stuff like that. And the amount of stuff they release is just breathtaking. As you can see from my collection, everything, I like to play games, but I really don't like to just play one game. And with this, if I don't play it for a month, there's like 1 to 2 data packs more, or if I don't play it for a few months, there could be a deluxe and 3 data packs more, and all those slightly change the game again, and so you have to relearn things and see what works now and what works now, which is again I guess great if you're really playing the game on almost only this game, because all those things work and it's not horribly expensive in that sense, even though it is, but still I just can't find the time for it. But the game beneath is just absolutely magnificent. It's one of the best two-player card games, or not even the best game itself. Totally asymmetrical and just brilliant. I played about 400 games last year. This year only 150 or so. But anyway, it's a great game. But the other problem is that it's very hard to find people to play with you, because especially when you've played a lot and they haven't played at all, I think you should play like a few days of gaming, because they can be at the same level as you. And I'm not just saying that they could win or stuff like that, I don't really care about that, but so that they could actually have fun and you could have fun. Because in this game, if the other player is a very beginner, it actually loses some of the appeal to you also, at least in my case. So yeah, that's Android Netrunner, a great game, but beware of the things. Then we're on to one of my older games again, and that's Bonanza by Uwe Rosenberg. And again, the game someone thinks what is it doing on this list, and especially this high as number 25. But every time I play this, I really love the game. It has a sort of the same vibe as Modern Art, I guess, and both are games that I really like. And I've actually a few times thought about, it's okay, I guess. But then I played in this again and Modern Art, and I noticed that no, they are actually great, not just okay. What can I say? Cheap, great, and plays up to 7 players, so great family game also, and anything, but yeah, beats all the other Rosenberg games 6-0. Okay, and number 24, Cosmic Encounter. This is the kind of a more social game. Game as a Resistance is just a social activity more. This is the game in the same vein, I guess, and where it supports 3 to 5 players, has a lot of expansions. I have one of them, so it supports 3 to 6 players now. And you have these aliens races for each of the players, which have a very broken power or weird power, and the players then try to start controlling the other players' planets, and the first player to get 5 colonies on the other player's planets wins the game. But this is more of a negotiation and tug of war kind of thing, where you're just always trying to find the opening to get ahead. And there are joint victories possible, a lot of usually happen. And I'm very happy actually that my last game a few months ago actually managed, or actually I think it was on my birthday party that I managed to actually win again by myself. That doesn't happen often, so I was very happy about that. But I hope the fans didn't let me win, but I think they didn't. Okay, then we're on to number 23, and a small co-op game, Hanabi. Again, pretty quick, easy family type of co-op game, but I really like it. There's brilliant decisions here of which what information do you do, what do you take the risks or everything. And last Christmas we played like 40 games of this and with my family, and yeah, that's great because you can get your family to play with you also. And it even works as a two-player game. It's a different kind of challenge, I guess, but it only loses some of its aspects when you know the other player well, so beware of that. But all in all, a great game, Hanabi. Okay, number 22. Then we are on to Nations, the dice game. I don't know what can I say that I haven't said it again. I've said it yet in many videos. But this is one of the hits of this year to me. I just really enjoy it. Quick, easy, civilization themed dice game where you're just throwing these dice and building a civilization in 20 minutes. It's actually, it has all going for it. Especially the playing time is just perfect, and just great game, Nations dice game. And one more game, and this is number 21. Race for the Galaxy. Did you think that Roll had surpassed it? No way. I'm not sure if it's going to happen someday, but I only got to play this year first time maybe 2 months ago or so, and instantly got together with my friend and just picked the deck and shuffled it, drew the cards. We both remembered the rules almost totally, even though it was almost a year since we last played, and the game was over in 20 minutes or so, and it was just great. Again, yeah, it's a beast to teach and beast to learn at first, but once you play with someone who knows the game, it's very interesting and very quick and fun and just heavy in comparison to its box size and stuff like that. But yeah, that's numbers 30 to 21, and then we're on to numbers, my top 20, and I think those are starting to be the games that have held their place a bit longer, I guess. There are a few newer games there, but mostly they are games that I've liked for years or many years already. But yeah, see you next time.